He's going Dusty Bogan here. Check out my filthy singlet, my painting singlet. Pretty good, eh? Just knocked off work, stinking hot. Gin and soda water, I'll tell you what. You never have a hangover again. It's a good way to go. That's been what I've been on all Christmas holidays and Australia Day. No hangover. You don't get too... It's pretty safe, I reckon. It's good. Works for me. Anyway, how was Australia Day? Hope everyone had a good time. I swear, I think I've caught 1 or 2 videos of anyone protesting. And about, Invasion Day and all that. So it is. Whatever. People are... I'm surprised that the PC culture, like, when will anything ever be good enough, and when are we going to be so politically correct on every little thing, I just don't know. I don't know how that will work, or if it's a wise move, but it seems that that's like a cultural phenomenon, isn't it? Now, I ask myself, I think it's like Facebook has caused the social justice warrior epidemic, the keyboard warriors, the PC culture. It's like the virtue signaling, and I think a lot of it is just virtue signaling, that it's not even real. They don't even care. It's just like a way. I've seen so many people. I've seen mates who are hardcore environmentalists, and it's like, yeah, we'll have a beer. You're right. I got to pop into my house to do something. We'll pop into the house. You've been at the pub for hours. You go to the house and it's like aircon's on. It's daytime. Lights are on. Computers are on. You go upstairs. There's more aircon and fans going, and there's no one home for hours. And they just give you an ear bashing about the environment, and you think, What are you talking about, you weirdo? If you're a true believer, if you're saying all this crap, you're forcing the PC crap down our neck, the virtue signaling down our neck. Please at least be consistent, at least. And I've seen it, like, I don't know, I've seen the Invasion Day protests. I wonder, what if all them people, a lot of them are white, fucking 90% of them, I wonder if any of them have volunteered. And it's one thing to give a small amount of money, and it's like, that's another kind of, it's almost like another cop-out towards anything. But to actually give your time, to volunteer your time to actually do something, I wonder if they ever bloody do it, So, I'll tell you a story. When I was volunteering for years and years, youth groups, different churches, I don't know, 10 years, 8 years all up, something like that. It's a long time, every Friday night. And it ends up being more than that. And it's so much fun. It's good. I reckon if you volunteered, you get like a reward. So I encourage you. It doesn't, whatever you believe in, even if it's one of these weirdo, if you want to go plant trees or feed the homeless or whatever, like, good on you. It's great if you actually get out and do something. Because I reckon you do get, you get personal. It's like you get a personal reward mentally, because you've had you're helping the community. It's good. I reckon it's a good thing. It's be good for you. But yeah, they're running my life group. It's not easy volunteering. But first time I had my life group in Anala, full multicultural, heaps Aboriginal lads. First day, bang. I pick them up, meet them at the fish and chip shop. There's a punch on. They're fighting each other. And you're like, what do you do? I don't think you even have any legal rights, really, to get involved. You just stand there, calm down, boys, break it up. Stand in the middle of them, whatever. was pretty fun. They all calmed down, got on, and it was good. Shook hands, no drama. But such is life, isn't it? These are the things you might encounter volunteering. Second, see the boys, and it's like I rock up, meet them in a park. Someone gets swooped by a plover, and it just they start throwing rocks at plovers, and the plovers are going ballistic. It was pretty funny. Before Facebook, so no plovers got hurt, obviously. Before Facebook booted me, I actually had that. That was that was recorded. It was hilarious watching these boys. And that day, I think it was that day, might have been the meet after. We used to catch up Wednesday after school, and then Friday night was a youth group. The boys, they go, I was like, right, we're having a feed. And I said, all right, well, you will have to teach me some Aboriginal. And it was real cool because I learned about like jungities and all these awesome, they're kind of like, I don't know, gremlins or something. And the youth boys would be like, you'd walk, if they're walking at night and there's like bush, say there's bush on one side of the road, they'll walk on the pathway where there's houses. They won't walk on the bush side because they're afraid of jungities. And if you're like, say in New Zealand, we had taniwha, you know. When I grew up in my town, we had a taniwha. The story goes, you know, in the lake, and there was like a cave, and you wouldn't go in there. So maybe it's something like the taniwha, or, you know, we've all got our legends, our gremlins, our leprechauns or fairies and all this stuff. It's pretty cool. I like it. I think it's a cool part of the culture. And I think, you know, not many people know about this stuff. Pretty sweet. You know, would always joke around. You hear something in the tree, be like, oh, it's a jungity. Pretty mad. But yeah, the boys, I said, all right, well, teach me something about your culture. And it was sweet. Teach me a word. I want to know some Aboriginal. And like the boys are like, I said, look, I already know the word Budu, so don't give me that. I don't want something else. And the boys are like, oh, mate, I don't know. I don't know any words. And I was like, oh, okay, no worries, boys. We'll have to learn some. We'll speak to some of the elders, you know, and we'll find out. And but it was pretty sweet. One of the young lads, he puts up his hand. He's like, yeah, I know a word in Aboriginal. I'm like, what's that, mate? And he said, mutt. Pretty funny. I thought it was so funny, eh? But yeah, that's the kind of cool, funny stuff. It's priceless. You know what I mean? Money can't pay for them experiences. And if you spend time together with people, I think you would not be thinking there's such a big bloody drama. But yeah, I know a lot of them youth boys, I think they were probably hurt. They probably would like Australia Day change, but I don't believe so. And you know what? I'll stick to my belief systems while still respecting them. We had some fun times. So I just encourage is be consistent. You know, it's like, I know with the Proud Boys, what do? It's not really, I guess our claim is not to be one of these virtue signaling weird things. If anything, people hate us because of our values, you know, and all we want to do is catch up once a month for a beer or go to a show or a rally. And it's a funny thing. You look at the Deplorables tour. That's been postponed once again. And you know what? And it's kind of like, cool. Someone sent me a message. And it was like thanking the people. Hey, look, we've been stuffed around, but thanks for sticking with us, kind of thing. Said something like that. Because, you know, this is like an attack on freedom of speech. And stay with us. And we're going to keep trying to get these events to continue, this event to continue and events in the future. So there's like huge amount of pressure from the PC. And you know who's under attack? It's like comedians, journalists. So it's like the people who are political commentators But in a democracy, political commentary, if the whole point is like to vote, and there's opposition, there's different parties and they have different belief systems. So it's just like, yeah, if you live in the West or if you live in a democracy, it's like just part of the system, mate. Political commentary. So if like there's a protest about Australia Day or they bring in some policy, it's fair game. It's fair game. And even the comedians are going to be joking about the stuff. They having a joke, they're having a laugh. Having a joke and a laugh takes the edge off. You know what I mean? But anyway, such is the world we live in, and you just got to keep going with it. And don't be divided by it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like cool if people don't get divided into the little groups. They want to carve you into all of our little groups or identity groups, and it's like maybe like that's how it seems that's how the left wing party wins. They carve you out into black, white, fat, thin, gay, lesbian, rich, poor. All the religions, everything's carved into a little group, and they're like, we'll help you. But there's no and I think that's unhealthy, because it shouldn't be like we're all Australian, we want the best for the nation, we want the tide that lifts all boats together. You know what I mean? I think that's a better perspective, I think, instead of breaking us into our little groups and giving yes, freedom so that you could be free to be one of these little groups, but that's not like the main identity, would it be? But yeah, such is life, and they carve you up into your little group, and I just wonder, I wonder now that the gay vote's even gone through, are the gays now free? Are they free? Now they've got the gay marriage, are they free from? Are they like, oh yeah, the gay marriage is through now, we can all buy, we can get married, I'm going to get married, buy the home with the white picket fence and a family sedan, the gays and lesbians, and they're like, yep, they're moving into suburbia and they're fully domesticated now, and it's a non-issue anymore. So has the left lost the gay vote now? Are they no longer victims because they've been given it? And now the gays are like, well, hang on, that's already sorted. So then they're looking at politics. They're looking at the issues now. They're looking at at all the policies, the economics, the jobs, confidence, and the job market, housing, and all this, and they're saying, okay, now they're actually looking at the state of the nation and not just our little needs. Do you know what I mean? So I wonder. And I wonder if we got on good with Aboriginal people, maybe there's some compromise. I'd say a good compromise would be like all the Aboriginal elders come together and say, yeah, we want a day where we celebrate Aboriginal culture. And whatever date that would be significant to you guys, give us all an extra public holiday. And I'll tell you what, I would carry an Aboriginal flag around and celebrate with my Aboriginal mates for sure. Absolutely. And I think Australia Day we do need to keep it. We need to do a better job at getting the Aboriginal people amongst it on that day. And I seen a thing on Sky News, and ScoMo was down there in Sydney on Australia Day, and it seemed like, mate, there was heaps of Aboriginal people there. They involved Aboriginal culture so much. I thought it was pretty good. So if we keep on that stream, and if we could hook these guys up with this cultural national public holiday to celebrate for themselves, I reckon that'd be awesome. That'd be a pretty cool thing. And I wonder then if the Aboriginal people would be like, yeah, we got that, we're happy with that. And then they would probably start looking at politics, policies, and things to say, hang on a minute, instead of looking at that one issue, just bang, that's sorted, get on to the next, get on to the actual state of the nation, because we want a tide that will lift all boats. You know what I mean? We want a really well functioning, great, successful nation. That's what we want, don't we? So I'll finish up with a little sweet story. It's a bit of a funny one too. And I think, this is part of the great nation we've created. And, just for example, I was doing a concreting job, just helping a mate out. He's like an Indian dude. I was with my brother. It was one of his workmates. So he's an Indian guy from his work. We're just pouring a bit of a slab for him. And his son comes out and I was like, oh, mate, could you grab me a glass of water, drink of water, please? It'd be great. And he's like, oh, yep. No worry. And bang, he's like, here you go, mate. He's like, had a bit of a funny accent. Here you go, mate. Bring me a glass of water. But then it was kind of cool because he was like watching us work. And, he'd be like, you're not a drink, mate. And he's calling me mate because I called him mate. And bang, bringing me drinks all day. And I'm like, sweet. So at the end of the day, we finished the pour. It's all done. We had an afternoon feed with the family and really good people. And then we go to leave, and I was like, all right, nice to meet you. Cheers, mate, to the owner. Cheers, mate, to the son. And then I'm walking away, and the little kid says to his dad, he was a good cunt. True story. That's the good Australia we all deserve, right? Cheers,